What's going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today we're going to talk to you about SoFi. Give you a quick overview of some of the current data points, break it down on what shorts are doing, and everything else you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So the market's open roughly another 15 minutes. It is up 2.51%, largely because of Powell. So he just finished and he kind of quashed a lot of the bearishness in the market. So the whole, potential rate hikes, that is now off the table. Second half 2024, there will be either 1 or 2 rate cuts, and it's just going to be looking at the data. So I think it kind of came in line with what people were somewhat expecting, but still, regardless, very much optimistic. The only thing about that and this spike up, even though you do see a lot of volume, it wasn't really long investors. So starting off, 57.2 million shares being traded, 46.3 is the average. A lot of the volume being done today is algorithmic trading, and that's been a very big thing for SoFi for a while now, but big money just does not give two craps about SoFi. And I've said this in my video yesterday, just Cathie Wood, and a lot of people absolutely praised her for getting into SoFi. I have always been very skeptical about her, and I've never really seen her as a good investor at all, in fact. And so in reality, ever since SoFi's earnings, she has not given two craps or even bought anything for SoFi. So either she sees more downside or just generally lost belief in SoFi. But beside Cathie, you do also see just institutions not even looking at SoFi today. So this is how you can tell just a lot of the volume being done is algorithmic trading. And this is why you are seeing a very significant pullback, because none of this was large institutions getting in. None of this was justified support levels. So this is one thing why SoFi has been really going down over this last little bit as much as it has, because there has been no support. No institutions are really looking at SoFi. So it is very discouraging. Today there's been no official news dedicated to SoFi, no SEC filings, so it has been rather quiet, but you also have shorts. Shorts are literally giving the middle finger to Anthony's face right in front of him. And I did say in my video yesterday, some people kind of disagreed with me, but I do feel that Anthony needs to step up and hold his balls and actually do something. Pardon my French. But right now, shorts are increasing 11.03 million shares. So quickly going back over here, keep in mind that is net amount. So there is 57 million shares being traded so far today. And again, about 10-15 minutes left in the trading day. 11 at least is kind of associated to shorts. So shorts really are hell-bent on destroying SoFi. So not the best. 20.53% of the free float is being shorted. And like I said, after the earnings did come out, obviously with the results, I did feel that it was going to be heading to all-time highs, and I do still stand by that. So shorts will probably still continue to increase at crazy levels because it's cheap to do so as well. So cost to borrow is 1.01%. And without institutions really adding any support, shorts can do whatever the hell that they want and destroy SoFi. Plus, like I said, over the last couple of days, the technicals were on kind of staring off of a virtual cliff. So they're taking advantage of all that, and institutions, Cathie Wood, nobody is there to really stop them. Utilization 79.08%, and as a grand total, 203.77 million shares overall are being shorted. And you can kind of see right here, they just doubled the hell down associated to Powell. So they took advantage of those spiked prices and just increased like crazy. So that's obviously what really slowed the momentum probably right here. But beside the point, looking at options, so I'll give you a quick overview of that. So right now, $8.97 million in calls, 4.33 million in puts. Sentiment-wise, somewhat evenly divided, but if you factor in how much shorts are actually increasing, I don't think anyone is physically buying calls. If not, it's like a very, very small handful. So let me know your thoughts on that. But of the call options that are being purchased, you do see a consensus for it to be above $7. And like I said, with SoFi, these kind of strike prices do act as very strong resistance levels, and that's done by market makers and in turn shorts. So clearly market makers do not want SoFi to be above $7, so we'll just have to wait and see for this upcoming Friday if that does hold out to be true or not. But briefly looking here, these are some of the transactions that did occur on the dark pool. So very much active, and this is where obviously shorts are hiding a lot of their transactions. So yeah, kind of interesting. Today there has been no recent analyst ratings. So last one, I guess in my video yesterday, kind of went over all of them. So last one was Deutsche Bank, Mark, then Compass Point, Needham, and obviously you guys can read the rest. So I covered all this in my video yesterday. Aside from that, basically there's been nothing really moving the market. Now clearly the next big data point coming out is on Friday, so you do have non-farm payroll as well as Apple earnings on Thursday. So that's going to be some big data points coming out, and then CPI in roughly a week and a half, I believe. So that should be the next big thing, especially based on what Powell recently said. So it's a very interesting circumstance right now with it at $6.94. It is trading between this S1 and the pivot. So it did fail to really hold this pivot point right here. So yeah, like I said, I think just the technicals are not looking the best, and nobody is really buying SoFi. So it is a very unfortunate stock, and I do think that a lot of investors, retail investors, are getting just tired of the BS, because it takes SoFi roughly like a good month and a half to continue to trend up. So it goes like this, it takes a month to trend up, and then just 2 days for everything just to get destroyed, to go back to kind of the same levels, if not a little bit lower. So SoFi, like this chart right here, is not for investors. This is for traders. Someone who just wants to get in right here, sell out right here, and that's it. They're happy. So whenever you don't have a stock incentivizing investing versus trading, you get this crazy volatility, and yeah, it's a very bad scenario. Hopefully Anthony does kind of listen to what the masses want and does physically buy, but at this stage in the game, I don't know even if that would really help save the sentiment. So in my opinion, SoFi definitely is not good at all. During this crazy spike right here, I did take advantage. So all the shares I do physically have, I hedged with covered calls, and I did do 650 strike prices. So honestly, based on this, just you can tell when it was going up, no actual long investors were getting in. So SoFi, I think, is poised to have kind of lower lows, as regrettably I have to say. So can't really argue with the data points. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on SoFi. It's probably one of the most discouraging stocks in the market, but whatever, it is what it is. Let me know your thoughts. Have you been buying? Have you been selling? What have you been doing with SoFi? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. As well, what's your thoughts on shorts just doubling the hell down today, increasing 11.04 million shares? So what's your thoughts? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, and with that, appreciate all of you watching.